Thomas with Adventures, Episode 8, Oliver's Fear. Later that night at the sheds, all the engines were boasting about what happened to Gordon earlier that day. "What if it happens to me?" said James. "What if I'm pulling the express and I end up in the same position as Gordon?" "Or with me," whistled Percy. "What if I'm pulling my mail cars and I take the wrong path and crash?" "And what about me?" said Henry. "What if I'm pulling the flying kipper and I crash into another brake van? Then I have to be sent to the works. That won't be fun." Gordon didn't want to say anything. He just wanted to get a good night's rest. "What if we just talk to Sir Toppam Hatt about this?" said Edward. "What do you mean?" asked Thomas. "What if we just ask Sir Toppam Hatt to take down the old bridge and then tell him to build something new, so we never have this accident ever again?" "Well, here he is," said a voice. "Now, what's all this commotion about?" asked Sir Toppam Hatt. Sir," asked James, "after Gordon's accident today, we are just talking about that if that bridge could be taken down and something new could be built, so we never have this accident ever again." Said Sir Toppam Hatt. "I suppose something new could be built, so that we never have this accident ever again. Maybe we will take down the elevated section and put an X-track there, and put a mini bridge there. However," said Sir Toppam Hatt, "with this, construction will have to take a little while, so you all have to be patient. However, construction will begin in the morning." And with that, Sir Toppam Hatt walked back to his office. The engines were excited that the bridge was going to be taken down and something new would be built. But they were also angry that it would take a long time, but eventually it would be worth it. The next morning, construction had just started, and parts of the bridge were being taken down. Oliver was in the yard shunting cars. His brake van Toad was currently at the works getting his monthly repairs. Later that day, Sir Toppam Hatt came to see him. "I have a job for you to do later today." "Oh, what is it?" asked Oliver. "Tonight, I want you to go to the docks, and I want you to pull an important goods train to the other side of the island." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Oliver. Oliver was still sending trucks in the yards when Stepney came to see him. "Hello there," said Stepney. "Hello," said Oliver. "What are you doing?" "I am shunting trucks in the yards. I have an important job tonight. I am taking a goods train." "Oh," said Stepney worriedly. "What?" asked Oliver. "I remember a few years back I was going to the quarry, and later that night I almost died in the smelter's yard, but luckily Sir Toppam Hatt was there to save me. Let me advise you," continued Stepney. "When you're taking the goods train, be sure to keep an eye out for any suspicious activity. Don't end up in the same position like I did." "Thank you for the warning." And that Stepney puffed away. Later that night at the docks, Cranky was loading Oliver's train. "Oh, where is Oliver?" Eventually, Oliver arrived. "Thank you, Cranky," said Oliver, and he started off. The journey was going well, and the trucks were behaving, and the signal lights shone green as they passed. Up ahead was the switch track that was also connected to the portion of the bridge that was taken down. But Oliver didn't realize this. But then Oliver reached the incline of the bridge. "Oh no!" cried Oliver, and he shut his eyes for the impact. Oliver's driver and fireman had done to clear before the crash, but Oliver was damaged. Sir Toppam Hatt came to see him. "The switches were changed, sir." "Cheer up, Oliver. It wasn't your fault. It was just some technical difficulties. I'm sending you to the works. You will get repairs. Then you will also be reunited with Toad." Oliver felt a little happy. When Oliver returned from the works, the bridge was finally finished, and he wanted to see how it looked. And yes, he was impressed with the result.